Hello and good morning. This video I am calling New Beginnings. Why am I calling it New Beginnings? Because I have, or I am going to, should I say, try and stick to a regimen of putting myself first on the list instead of the forgotten list, which is normally what we tend to do as women. I have been battling with pain throughout my body for a number of years now. And I have tried everything that I could think of to do to try and help myself. And a lot of those things that I've tried, I haven't kept up, to be honest. I do it for a long time and then, I don't see really a whole lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? See, that's another thing that happens. I have a hard time putting sentences together and remembering things, but I have not been able to stay true to the changes that I've tried to make in my life. I pray that God gives me the discipline that I need and determination to do a whole, an overhaul of how I take care of my body and myself. First of all, it's been many, many years now. I have cut a lot of things out of my diet because I get a lot of flare-ups, a lot of pain, etc. I had eye surgery going on 3 weeks now on this eye for cataracts. Now, this is just a little bonus thing, FYI. Excuse me. For those of you who didn't know, be very mindful if you already have cataracts and be mindful of steroids. Steroids will increase the rate of your cataracts growth, which is what happened to me. In less than a year, my cataracts spiral 85% increase. So anyway, long story short, I ended up having cataract surgery. 3 years ago, I had it in this eye. But because the recovery was so hard for me, I chickened out and I didn't want to do this eye. But my vision was getting worse. So I decided to go ahead and do this eye. That is to say that your vision, everything is linked to what you put in your body, what you eat. So I am trying to eat cleaner, if that is a thing, because let's be honest, nothing is truly clean. No matter how hard you try, unless you live in a farm and you grow your own and you have your, if you're a meat eater or not, whatever, you have to have your own, grow your own and know what is going into your food source so you know what to put in your body. But I decided to start doing chair yoga on my own. I didn't realize how bad. Let me just rephrase that. I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize how weak my body has gotten, where I have a hard time bending down. I have a hard time getting up. The slightest little thing, I've been having this side pain now for, maybe going on 2 years. And it used to go and come. Now it's a constant. And now the difference is that any slight movement, if I am not careful or aware, for instance, and it's really here on my right side. And I feel almost like when you're pulling, like something pulls and tightens, almost like pulling a cord, and then I can't move. I also find that my knees, it's like they're so tight that if I try to bend down, I cannot get up. The other day I was in the store and I dropped my credit card. And I tell you what, I kept looking at that card on the ground and trying to figure out how I was going to bend down to pick up this card because of my back and my knees. And I turned my body around sideways from every which way, but I could not bend down. Thank God, a friend of mine that was shopping with me saw me and came and picked it up for me. But I did start doing the chair yoga a couple of days ago. Well, about maybe 3 days ago. And I also started having my mushroom coffee with no type of sugar, meaning no honey, no monk fruit, nothing. Just, I'm trying to cut out the sugar, period. The thing is that we think about sugar and we think sugar is just a sugar that you see like in a cookie, a cake, whatever, that they're putting sugar. But sugar is really hidden in every corner of your meals. You just have to be diligent to look and identify it. The other thing that is really difficult is coming up with meals, things that you can eat, and that you can prepare ahead of time. That is the most critical of all. You have to meal prep, or else you will find yourself putting the first thing you find in your mouth. With me, what happens is I don't put anything in my mouth, and then I am miserable at night because I get bloated. My stomach gets full of gas, but I can't burp. I can't let out gas in any way, shape, or form. And then I am so uncomfortable, I cannot sleep either. But that is because of lack of food intake, because I don't really eat anything. Therefore, and then there's no movement. So I have 30 pounds that I need to get rid of. And I mean get rid of for good, because I know that's going to help my back and help my knees. But most importantly, I am very concerned about my eyes. And here's the reason why. Because I've noticed that when they did this surgery, I was seeing pretty clear, no blurs. When they did this surgery, they put you like in a twilight zone kind of sleep. But for some reason, the anesthesiologist that was there did not actually. So I heard everything and I was feeling when they were doing it. I heard the doctor say, I'm going to tape your eyelashes back now. And I remember thinking to myself, in that state, I was terrified, and I kept with this hand hitting the gurney. And I remember my doctor saying, what is wrong? And I kept saying, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. And I assume he kept putting numbing eye drops in my eyes. Anyway, it was not a good experience for me, the surgery part of it. When I woke up, or when I came through or whatever from the surgery, and I opened my eyes, all I could see from this eye was like a smoked glass, a frosty glass. That was scary, because when I had the surgery on this eye, I could see everything crystal clear. Crystal clear. Now the problem is that I'm seeing blurry from both eyes. So I don't know. I pray to God that I did not make a mistake in having this surgery. I pray to Him every day to strengthen my eyes. And I feel like the way that I can, or not that I feel, the message that I got, really, the inner message, the little inner voice that normally to me is God speaking to me. And the little inner voice said, you have too much cold and mucus in your body. You need to get rid of that. And the way to get rid of that, number one, is eliminate all carbs, period. And saturate my body with greens. Eliminate the sugars. I don't care what kind of sugar, just eliminate it. So I started doing that. And 3 days ago, like I said, I did my coffee and I was like, oh, I was so tempted because, oh man, your mind, the gremlins play tricks on you. And I'm like, oh, I could use just a little tiny bit of sweetness. Not a lot, because I don't really like super sweet stuff either. I'm not a candy eater. I like food. So, but I said, Cecilia, what do you prefer? To be healthy and to change the path on which I can clearly see my body trying to go, and it's not a good path, for the sake of a little sugar? And I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because I can change. God has given me the power to change the path of what my years that I have in front of me will look like. And I want them to look like this. I want to walk. I want to dress myself. I want to feed myself. I want to see. I want to enjoy family. I want to laugh. I want to be able to bathe myself. I don't want to rely on anyone. And I know that this is the way to do it. So I'm coming to you just to share this with you. And I'm going to try and do a video once a week to share with you my, not my process, but how I'm doing, how it's going, how am I feeling. When I was trying to do the chair yoga exercises, dear Heavenly Father, it's all that I can say. Help me to continue on and not to stay focused and to look at the end, what I'm trying to achieve and what you have told me that I can do. I pray that you stay with me and that every day I take out 5 minutes of my time to take care of me, to ensure that the coming years will not be a headache for anyone. I don't want to be a burden to anyone. I will not, let me rephrase that. I will not be a burden to anyone. I am going to do what it takes for me to get this body healthy, because I believe that we have the power. We can reverse a lot of things if only we commit to the changes that need to be made, actually. I'm not going to edit this recording. I'm going to leave it as is because I want to be as truthful as I possibly can with everyone out there. So, with that being said, till next week, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you have any advice for me, please, please, please share them. Anything that will help, share them. I appreciate you so much. Have a blessed day.